If you want to become successful in 2026, you don't need a big team, fancy degrees, or permission from anyone, but you do need just a few simple ideas to change the way you see money forever. These are the same lessons that took me from wiping down tables at Rainforest Cafe to grinding on cold calls to finally building a business that gives me freedom. And it all started with one big realization. You don't get rich by working harder, you get rich by becoming more valuable. Here's what most of us were taught growing up. Work harder, get good grades, play it safe. Do everything right, and one day you'll finally be free. But you know what? That's not how freedom works. Freedom doesn't come from more hours. It comes from more value. When I stopped chasing hours and started focusing on helping people at a higher level, that's when everything changed. That's when I started learning how to build what I call the one-person business model. You see, I remember the first time it hit me. I was working in a restaurant, serving tables, making people laugh, hoping for a good tip. I'd go home with sore feet and a few crumpled up dollar bills in my back pocket. And then I got into life insurance. And I thought I was leveling up. I was wearing a suit, making calls, and chasing my goals. But I was still stuck. I was working harder than ever. And somehow I still wasn't free. Until one day I realized and I looked around, the people who were free weren't the ones that were working harder. They just had leverage. They had something that made money for them even when they weren't working. They had systems, they had stories, they had personal brands that worked while they lived their lives. And that's when I knew I needed to build a system and not a job. The old way just doesn't work anymore. School taught us to be perfect. Jobs told us to wait for permission. The internet told us to go viral or stay broke. And none of that's true. You don't need to be everywhere anymore. You don't need to impress anybody. You just need one thing that works. One offer, one funnel, one message, and that's the foundation of the one-person business model. It's simple, it's lean, and it's profitable, and it gives you all your time back. And here's how I think about it. You build a small business around your story and your skills. You create one short presentation that explains exactly what you do, and you make it easy for people to reach out and work with you. That's it. No live webinars, no endless group challenges, no chasing likes or followers. Just you, one message, a simple system that works while you live your life. And that's how you build freedom. No overhead, no burnout. The secret behind it all is something that I call the personal brand funnel. And here's how it works. You share stories that get attention. You give people one clear next step. Maybe it's to watch your video or to book a call. They take that step, see your value, and become clients. No complicated steps, no begging, just clarity. And now with AI, you can make this process even easier. You can write, post, follow up, and create new content while you focus on helping people. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. Man, when I first started, my videos were rough. Bad lighting, awkward, shaky hands, shaky camera, but I kept showing up and I shared my story. I talked about what I was learning and I built trust. And slowly, my content started to click. People reached out, they booked calls, they became clients, and that's when I realized people don't buy perfection. They buy connection. They buy honesty, consistency, and energy. And that's what your brand needs. If I could go back and give my younger self 5 ideas, it would be these. First, learn on your own. Don't wait for permission. Books, podcasts, mentors, that's where the freedom begins. Second, master one skill, something you can sell and help people with right now. It could be sales, design, writing, or fitness, whatever fits your gift. Third, start messy. Don't wait until it's perfect. Perfection is just procrastination in disguise. Fourth, man, pick a lane. Talk about one thing over and over and over until people know exactly what you do. You see, clarity builds momentum. And then fifth, man, build things that work when you don't. Videos, systems, content that creates opportunities while you sleep. And those 5 things can change your entire life. And when I first figured this out, I felt unstoppable. I remember sitting in my apartment one night, realizing that my business had finally started to run without me having to chase it every hour. I built a system, a real one. And it didn't just make me money, it gave me peace because now my time was mine all over again. And that's when I understood what true freedom feels like. If I could teach anyone one thing, it's this: you don't need to build bigger, you need to build smarter. Here's what I'll tell you to do right now. Pick one skill, create one offer that helps people, record one simple video talking about how you can help. Post it, then do it again next week. Don't wait for the perfect time. There is no perfect time. There's only today. And the sooner you get started, the sooner you'll build momentum. So if you're tired of posting random content and you're ready to build something that actually works, I can help. I built a simple system that turns your message into momentum and your views into real clients. All you got to do is click the link below and I'll show you exactly how to set it up step by step. And here's the thing: you don't need a team, you don't need a studio, you just need a system. And once you have that, that's when everything changes. So if you take one thing from this video, let it be this: you can do anything. You can start from nothing. You can build freedom one step at a time. So believe in your ability to figure it out. Because if I can do it, from wiping tables to building a business that runs while I sleep, so can you. And remember, you can do anything. So believe in your ability to figure it out.